This artwork has been supplied to me free of charge from Fanhome.com. Please pop along to their website and see all of the other build-up artworks that they have to offer, as well as other collections of collectible things. I would like to thank Fanhome for providing me with the artwork so I can produce these videos for your enjoyment and educational needs. Hello, I'm Chris, this is Gross Models, and welcome to the Fanhome collection of the Fast and Furious 1 to 1/43rd scale cars collection. This is a special elongated video because it has 5 cars in it, which actually covers 2 packs. The pack that I was next in my sequence should have been pack number 17, which would be 60, 61, 62 and 63. 62 is out of stock, so I thought I'll wait till you get the next pack. The next pack hasn't actually turned up as yet. The 18th pack is still processing, but I did get the 19th pack, which in fact only contained 2 of the cars that it was meant to have. It was meant to have 68, 69, 70 and 71, but obviously just 69 and 70 in there. My next pack, the 20th pack, is now coming up soon, and I don't know what's happened to the 18th, so we'll get back to missing cars at some point. But luckily with this collection, it doesn't matter what order they're in. It's just getting and looking at the nice little cars. So I'm going to go through all 5 of these in this video, and then as and when the other ones turn up, we'll dot back and do the occasional one here and there. So let's see what we've got in number 60, the Ford Mustang 5.0 from 1993. We'll look through, as ever, the magazine first and then the car themselves. We got Buddy, the old mechanic. I don't remember Buddy. Yeah, he was the one that sort of went bad but didn't, or something, I think, vaguely, in one of them. But looking at the cars themselves, we've got the 79 to 93 Ford Mustang, classic American car. I've seen them around, not on British streets as well. Pretty uneventful. It does the job, but yeah. Looking at Ford in the 1980s, sorry. Classic cars. I'm sure you wouldn't be shocked by seeing any of those on the road at all. That one you might be a little bit. The RS200. Yeah. Right. Let's clear the bench and have a look at the car itself. So first up, the Mustang, the Ford Mustang. Yeah, normal looking car. Nothing special about it at all, really. I wouldn't remark upon seeing that driving down the high street. Not sure about the 2-tone paint job. I've never really liked the sort of dual panel thing. It's not even a go faster stripe, it's just sort of on the hood. Yeah, as ever, quite nice shiny paint on there, nice detailing. It's number plate on there, all done nicely. Interior, from what you can see, mirror is present and correct. Yeah, I had not a lot to say about that one, really. It's quite a nice car, but it's not anything special. So, yeah, one thing special, you've got the NOS tank in there, the blue. Other than that, wouldn't remark on it at all. So, next up we have the Dodge Charger from 1966. Different to the first one that we looked at way back when. But first of all, obviously, we'll look at the world of Fast and Furious, the Mission in the Jungle. Yeah, very cool. 9th movie, the jungle, one of the most spectacular sequences. Was that the one with the bridge, where he drove over one rope of the bridge or swung round? Or I'm gonna have to watch all the films again at some point now, aren't I? So we got the 1966 Dodge Charger, the classic sort of sweep back to it, all leather interior by the looks of that, with the old school dials. Well, it's an old school car, so you're going to get old school dials. But yeah, less of that. I think the model itself has got a little air vent on the front rather than being completely plain, but not as big as the original one with the engine half sticking out. 75th anniversary of Dodge. A lot of these car manufacturers have been going for a long time now. Yeah, that's all that. A little bit different, but all good stuff. Yeah, wouldn't look twice at seeing any of these on the road now. But there we go. Let's clear it out of the way. Let's have a look at the model itself. So, the Dodge Charger, what can we say? We've seen these before. This is just the more normal street version of the ones that we've seen. It's all right. Again, I don't like the two-color hood, but apart from that, it's all right. Does the job. It's very reminiscent of Dom's Charger, but without the huge engine. It's still got the side sort of panel vents. Anything else as normal going in there? Good detail you would expect to find. Exhaust, number plates. There's paintwork on it. Pretty normal interior from what I can see through the window there. Good stuff. And third up and last in the first pack that I'd say this sort of comes from is the Chevrolet Corvette Stingray C2 1965. Is this the oldest one of the pack today? I think it might be. We're looking at the best clothing accessories. Yeah, trendsetters, clothes, loyalty, and bravery. All about family, isn't it? So yeah, I don't know. I think they may be stretching it a bit with already up to midway through the 60 episodes, 60 issues, and they're pushing it a bit for things to talk about. I can always talk about cars though. Stingray, yeah, the split window at the back is quite unusual, but it works. I like the sloping back panel. Quite a nice looking car. A little bit different. It's probably the most sporty, the most unusual looking of the cars in today's pack, but it's still good. Does the job. All the tech specs there if you want to look at them. Yeah, it looked quite nice. At certain angles, it looks very strange, but from other angles, it just looked quite nice. That doesn't look very strange at all. That's just a normal car. Wouldn't notice that on the high street at all. The Impala full-size alternative. I think one of those is in this pack, actually, so we'll have a look at that closer soon. Yeah, but that's that. Let's clear this out of the way and have a look. Right, the Stingray, Chevrolet Corvette C2. What can you say about that? It's the most unusual looking of today's cars. It's all right. It's quite nice. The paint looks a bit thick on it for some reason. Don't know why that should be, and what should make it. I don't know. Thick is the only word that comes to mind when I look at the paint on that. Not. I mean, you can still see all the details through it, the vents and everything, but it just looks. I don't know. Doesn't look to scale. The rest of the car is fine. All the details present with the number plate, numbered lights, and everything. Got that big window. It's not got the split windscreen at the back of that one. That's interesting. There you go. That is that. It's nice that the window is missing from the inside there, so you can actually see the interior a little bit clearer. Yeah, quite like the shaping, the nose, pointiness of the nose, but with the bumper bit underneath. Yeah, that'd do me. I'd drive one of them. Right, the newest and probably the most expensive of the cars today, the Aston Martin DB9. But first, we're going to look at Deckard Shaw's monster truck, the buggy. That's quite nice, fast attack buggy. Yeah, you'd notice one of those driving down the street, but not in the jungles and wherever he was. Was that in the Arctic? I can't remember exactly where that was used. The Aston Martin DB9, yeah, classic British car. Set for the American market with a left-hand drive on that. I think the model's left-hand drive as well. But yeah, it looks like a normal car, but it's got a certain premier sleekness to it. A very nice look to it. I like that. I like that a lot. Very strange wheels on that. It look like they're spinning around really quick, but they're just sort of unusual. Yeah, quite like to drive one of those. If Aston Martin are watching and want to subscribe and do some sort of sponsorship deal, I'm open for that. Not so much one of the old ones, but one of the new ones. Yeah, that'd be nice. 111 years they've been making cars. Quite good. Yeah, Bond. Aston Martin's finest ambassador. DB5. Cool. In 2020, new DB5 Goldfinger Continuation Limited Edition, 25 cars. That's quite good seeing a lot of the older and newer ones on a track. They're 110 cars from past and present. Cool. Right, let's have a look at it. Oh, the DB5, not 5, DB9, the big, more normal looking, but sort of supercar-ish. Yeah, I like it. The silver sets it off quite well as well. Unusual about the headlights on there, but good stuff. So this is a 2005 version. So it's got mod cons, but not too mod cons. Left-hand drive, because it's obviously for the American market. Not really a dashboard on the right. It just sort of slopes down quite a lot. I don't know. Sure about that, but there you go. Yeah, there we have that. All as movie accurate, I'm sure. I don't know who drove it, but also got the window missing, so you can see inside there a bit better. Yeah, that's quite nice. I like that. Happily drive one of those if you're listening, Aston Martin. Yep. Nice. And the last one in this double pack is the Chevrolet Impala, as I mentioned earlier. Connor Rhodes. I don't remember him, but he's obviously not a nice bloke. Go, feel free to read all about that and challenge of the sets and tensions and things. So 1961 Chevy Impala. Yeah, quite a normal looking car, but with very American styling to it. Old wings on it and things like that. Quite nice. It always reminds me of like Ecto 1 sort of styling. I don't know, sort of the same but different, but yeah, all good things. I like that. Looking at the modernisation of it. Yeah, that's a strange looking thing. It's like a sort of a 4x4 sort of thing, but suburban range, room for up to 9 people. Is that 3 rows of kind of 3 rows of 3? You can't have 3 in the front, can you? Or you could. Maybe they're wide enough. You probably have 2 passenger seats like you do in big trucks. So yeah, that could do it. Don't think I'd be happy driving with 9 people in my car though. It's a minibus, isn't it? So yeah, more normal cars there as well. Right, let's clear this out of the way and let's have a look at the last car in this pack. And finally, we have our second red car of the batch, the Chevrolet Impala. That'd be different. Yeah, this is a real old school car, 1961, I think this was. Yeah, it's all right. It's not bad. It doesn't look very comfortable inside, I must admit. The seats are just sort of planks. So yeah, it's a functional car, a car of its age. Quite nice. I'm not sure I like the steering covering the wheels either. It's not quite right for me. I don't like that. But certainly look at the size of the back of it. The stuff you could keep in that trunk. Quite impressive. There we go. That's the last one of today's pack. So hopefully next time I should be getting back to a more normal length of video with just the 4 in it. Depends on what they actually send and what turns up and when I get the missing cars. But for now, that will call that day a day for this video. I shall see you for more very soon. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye for now.